I hope you take away from this video that you have a voice. And when you use that voice, good things can happen. One of those good things is revitalizing a franchise that's been long overdue for a sequel game. And that franchise is Skate, because Skate 4 gameplay released. Yes, Skate 4 has been, well, it was confirmed back in 2020, and it's been a little while, but development is ongoing. And we have another article here on vendettasportsmedia.com addressing the teaser trailer, the early gameplay trailer that EA dropped a couple of days ago, and we're gonna dive into it. Now, shout out to the author of this article on vendettasportsmedia.com, Anthony Miranda. Be sure to go check out vendettasportsmedia.com for all your sports and gaming needs. We got a whole lot of good stuff over there, so be sure to go check that out. And also check out the other videos on the channel. Now, with that being said, let's talk more about Skate 4. Skate is an iconic series that has become a fan favorite in the gaming community. Everyone was excited when EA confirmed that Skate 4 was in production back in 2020, and now they've finally given us a first look at the gameplay. There was a lot to like about the trailer. I mean, it got me excited as a fan of the franchise, and just to see that they're being innovative, or they're just trying to expand on what made Skate 3 so fun. The good thing is they've been listening to the fan base, and I mean, it's been like 12 years now, so I mean, there's a lot to look at and a lot to listen to if you're EA. The game is definitely in early production, and they have a lot of work to do, but it's nice seeing that Skate 4 is on the way. Skate 3 was released in 2010, and it was a great blend of open world exploration, fun customization, and competitive skating. It has been more than a decade since there has been a new Skate, so hopefully the developers are building on the great foundation of the third game. Took the words right out of my mouth. Skate 3 is more of a cult classic in the eyes of fans of the franchise, or just fans of skateboarding and video games in general. And the fact that Skate 4 wasn't really even supposed to be a thing, it was because the amount of popularity that Skate 3 had over the years, and then just fans of the franchise coming back to it. The game held up so much better than I think EA even thought it would. It's just because Skate 3 didn't sell all too well on the initial release, decided to stop just putting time and effort into the franchise. That's why we didn't get Skate 4 any earlier, saying something along the lines that like skateboarding isn't a good genre for video games anymore, which I think is BS. I just don't believe that people didn't enjoy being able to skateboard. A lot of people who played games like the Tony Hawk games and the skate games growing up, and even in recent years anyway, a lot of us didn't know how to ride skateboards or even be good at skateboarding in general. Games like Skate and the Tony Hawk games gave you that ability to do that without actually going out and skateboard. And for me personally, I didn't even bother taking up skateboarding in real life because I was not trying to break my neck. But it was the passion of the fans that brought Skate 4. EA seems like they're heading in the right direction, as in the video they mentioned that they were listening to fans. They even showed screenshots of fans' comments and what fans want to see in the new game. It appears that fans will be getting more parkour and better climbing controls in this game, which will help build the open world aspect. Yeah, absolutely. I feel something that made Skate so fun is that it wasn't just about being on your board. There was so many different aspects of the game that was going above and beyond just riding your skateboard. But something I really did enjoy that made Skate 3 so much fun is that the way the world was built and the way that the map was built, it tailored to all different styles of skateboarding. For me personally, when I was playing that game, I loved being more of a street skateboarder. I loved being in the city and being able to use my player in the city, in a city setting, more compared to the big air and the vert ramp style that a lot of people love using as well. Just to be able, it's just the mix of styles, or just the fact that you can skate how you want to skate. It is exciting to see that Skate 4 gameplay, and to know that everyone is one step closer to getting their hands on new content. Also, it is refreshing to see the game developers not just say the game is almost ready or it's coming soon. Rather, EA actually showed gameplay, even though the game is in pre-alpha stage, like it stated in the video. Just dialing back to them actually listening to fans, there's been so much more than just what the tweets they posted on the video would tell you. And that was just like, again, it's 12 years in the making of people just clamoring for Skate 4. But I wouldn't even say 12 years in the making. More, it's either way, it's been around a decade for people asking where's Skate 4, where's Skate 4, will Skate 4 ever be released? I like how they're taking a different style to the promotional material. It shows us that they are trying to do this right, and they're trying to do right by the hardcore fans of the franchise, and while also being able to attract fans who kind of stepped away from playing skateboarding video games. And again, there really hasn't been any blockbuster skateboarding video games in the last couple of years. But either way, it's a breath of fresh air to be able to see that they are taking a different approach, and it makes it feel like they actually do care about the product they're trying to present. So showing its flaws, I feel, was a really good move on their part. Skate 3 game modes and locations that need to be in Skate 4. Skate 3 was a fantastic game and a lot of new additions and improvements to existing features. A game mode that has to be brought back is the Hall of Meat game mode, which was introduced in Skate 2. This game mode has players try to severely injure their characters and do the most damage to their body with epic bails. Yeah, absolutely. I feel Hall of Meat's more of a given for fans of the franchise. I would think with Hall of Meat, that wasn't really, it was funny being able to see how the ragdoll mechanics worked when you actually bailed on while trying to do certain line. It was funny that they actually went above and beyond that and actually made it its own game mode. And yeah, some people go on there just to see their players get hurt and stuff like that. It was so much attention to detail too, because if you hit a railing, then you'll actually hear the sound effects of you hitting that railing. It would show like x-rays like you see in Mortal Kombat of your bones breaking and whatnot. I feel you have to be some certain level of sick to purposefully enjoy seeing, even if it's a fictional player, you know, break his bones and whatnot. But I mean, hey, whatever floats your boat. Own the Lot is a fun, more competitive game mode in Skate. This game mode was a blast, and it would be nice if Skate 4 had new spots to own and different challenges to offer. Also, Skate 4 needs to have an Own the Lot mode with friends, where people can compete with their friends against other skaters online. I feel they'll add some sort of competitive skating mode in there. For me, I was more of just freestyle skating online, and also played horse, or if you just called it skate, like playing skate in Skate. So it's just their version of horse. But I feel they'll add some sort of competitive mode just so people can kind of feed that competitive drive that they have. But for me, I played Skate more on a casual basis, or just playing just to more have fun with my player and being able to go online and skate with my friends. Absolutely, I feel that they're gonna add these kinds of competitive and casual modes in the game, because they're gonna have to add replay value after all. Like, people will still play, you know, the Spider-Man game just because they can swing around New York. From the looks of it, it looks like it's gonna be a fictional version of San Francisco, at least from what I took from some of the video. And I could be wrong, it could be an entirely different place, who knows? But I'm thinking some place out west, like California-ish. Finally, Skate has to bring back the Super Ultra Mega Park from Skate 3. This was the perfect location for gamers that had a need for speed and insane airtime, which made it the go-to location for incredible high-flying tricks and frightening falls. I'm sure Skate 4 will have other huge mega parks like this, but the nostalgia of the original, it's hard to beat. I feel either way, whether they put that map or that part of the map back in the game, people are gonna create it in the creative skate park mode. I forgot exactly what it was called, but I guess I do remember that people were able to make their own custom skate parks that you can upload online. So I don't think that's gonna be the issue. I do think they should try to find a way to have a new spin on a couple of old locations, and by also introducing some brand new locations, especially ways to show off the new gameplay mechanics and being able to use or play the game at its fullest, and not just, you know, oh, this part of the map isn't very good, let's just go back to the old roots. You want to feed into the people's nostalgia, but not just overwhelm them with it, because then it's just going to look like a nostalgia trip, which I don't believe this game's going to be. At least it's going to be a nostalgia trip in a sense that you're able to play a skate video game again, but not in the senses that they just kept like going back to their roots, which is not a bad thing as long as you just don't abuse it. A game going back to its roots is a good thing, but make sure you're going back to your roots in the best way that you can. So it's pretty much, it's the formula of being able to generate something new and something that fans can enjoy. Yeah, Skate 4 is on the way. I still don't believe they dropped an initial release date. From the way the game looks, I'm not entirely sure we'll be seeing it at the end of this year. I do remember Skate 3 dropped in May when it released 12 years ago. So we may see it early 2023, somewhere early mid 2023. Either way, I wouldn't try to drop it near the end of the year or even try to rush it, especially with all the newer games coming out. I understand that Warzone, Call of Duty, all those big ones, even though their idea probably isn't to compete with any of those games, and besides an entirely different genre, I still think maybe at the earliest you'll see is maybe around Christmas time. But again, that's kind of pushing it. But usually even if it's in pre-alpha stage or super pre-alpha stage, it can still be a lot further along than we think. A lot can happen in a few months. I think if anything, we'll probably see it at some point next year. Either way, I'm super excited for it. I'm excited to be able to explore the new map, and just being able to have just being able to actually have Skate 4 is just excitement enough. And I believe that people have waited a decade for the newest game. I think we can wait a few more months to finally get it. Skate 4 wasn't supposed to even be in existence, but it was the cult following that Skate had gotten over the years, and just the love for skateboarding video games. That community was just absolutely united and kept pressuring EA to finally drop a Skate 4. And I feel they're going to do right by the fans, and especially how they're presenting it right now, they're in a good spot. Doing right by the fans is probably the most important thing, especially when you're finally delivering on something they've been asking for what feels like forever.